Hello families, and welcome to our kindergarten information night here at Stafford Elementary. We are so excited to have you joining us right now and have us get to share a little bit about our school and our wonderful kindergarten program here. So my name is Ryan Nelson. I am the building principal here at Stafford, and I will help to lead you through this presentation. So listen up, we've got lots of awesome stuff to offer you as we go through. So here's just a little bit of what we're going to be touching on today. What is new to lots of kindergarten families is all of the above, kind of what we will be teaching in kindergarten here, how you can expect communication through us throughout the school year, some special stuff that we have to offer about Stafford, how if you wish you can volunteer here. We are so loving and open to having volunteers. They make our school whole, and so please, we would love to have you come and join us. Beyond the Bell is our before and after school program that is offered through Tacoma Public Schools, so we'll be touching a little bit on that. Kindergarten Jumpstart, which is a week in August that we welcome kindergartners into our school before school starts, kind of as a slow entry into school for a lot of our kiddos, and then some questions and answers at the very end. Here are the people that we have with us today. We have myself, our amazing kindergarten team, Morgan Julian, Aisha Klub, Chrissy Fagerio, Clara Beam, and then our rock star instructional coach and co-teacher for kindergarten through third grader, Catherine Lanzillo. And you'll get to see and hear all of their faces going forward.
So Tacoma Public Schools is a choice enrollment district, which means that you have the opportunity to choose which school you would like your child to go to, but there's some pieces of information you need to know about that. If we're your neighborhood school, there's nothing you need to do other than a regular registration for kindergarten. If Stafford is not your neighborhood school, there's a special application you need to fill out, which you can find on our website about the process. The deadline is Friday, March 18th, but we have some leeway in that a little bit here at Stafford. And then if you are not a Tacoma Public Schools student, you can apply still to Stafford, but the process is a little different. Again, you can go to the enrollment website for details on that.
Hi, I'm Clara Beam, one of the kindergarten teachers here at Stafford. There's a whole lot of things we love about teaching kindergarten. A couple of the things I love are watching the kids flourish into learners coming to school for the first time. Teaching them to be independent and do their own thing, be in charge of their own learning, and their excitement of learning about the world around them is so fun to see all the joy in their face every time we learn something new.
Hello, I'm Aisha Klub. I'm one of the other kindergarten teachers at Stafford, and I love teaching kindergarten. There are so many reasons why, especially watching the students come in with so much curiosity and joy and openness to learning new things. They often are so excited about everything that we introduce in our classroom and just so happy to soak up all of the new learning. I love watching their creative expression, whether we're doing plays, singing, dancing, creating visual art. They love to share their sense of self, and each learner is so different in that creative expression. We really infuse creative arts into all of our academics in my classroom, and it's just so fun to see them grow and express themselves. And I also love watching them grow. Their academic and social growth from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year is really wonderful to watch. It's so visible just in the way that they talk to each other, learning to share, becoming more confident. It's a really wonderful thing to see, and it's one of the best parts of kindergarten.
Hi, I'm Miss Julian, another kindergarten teacher. My favorite things about teaching kindergarten is seeing their different personalities, especially through art. When we're doing art projects, they just love showing their creative expression, and I love seeing how diverse all their art is and how it just all looks so different, and you can see their personality shining through when they do art projects. I love here at Stafford teaching kindergarten because we have a very diverse group of students, and I think that brings such a richness to our culture here, and it really benefits the students to go to school with a lot of people that are different than them, and to appreciate that and celebrate that diversity. I really love teaching small group time because I'm able to work with them one-on-one or in small groups and really just understand them and see how they learn, and just get to know them. And there's so much I love about kindergarten, but those are probably my highlights of every day.
Hi, my name is Chrissy Frigerio. I am also a kindergarten teacher here at Stafford. One of my most favorite things of kindergarten is teaching our students how to become problem solvers and really encouraging them to use their own voice and just becoming more independent as they are entering their first year of school. Another part that I love about kindergarten is watching students take part of their own learning. Every single student is so individual and their interests may vary. So letting them explore that interest and asking questions and just helping them foster their own learning is really, really special. Their creative minds are just beautiful to watch, and especially in like writer's workshop where you give them a topic to write about, you can just send them off, and wherever their little minds may take them will be a beautiful thing to see.
So in kindergarten, there are so many things that they need to learn from September to June, and they really flourish into independent workers and learners. And here are just some of the things that we focus on. In reading, we have a huge focus on phonics and sight words, learning all the sounds of letters and how to write them, how to read them. They actually start reading patterned books, which are sentences that repeat, but there's one or two changing words in them. And we also hit comprehension a lot on understanding what they're listening to during read alouds. Writing is a huge growth point in kindergarten. We actually have them learning how to write letters, then words and sentences to go with pictures for opinion, narrative, and informational writing. Math, we have a huge focus on numbers 1 to 100, counting them out loud, counting objects, writing the numbers. They do addition and subtraction and lots of work on shapes and measurement. All of our learning is play-based, so for literacy and math, they are actually playing games that are academic to help them explore manipulatives and learn more about what we're focusing on in our lessons. We also have choice time every day where they are learning to socialize, learning to solve problems, and speak and play with one another, which is a huge part of kindergarten. They also are learning lots of social skills throughout the whole year, mostly during choice time and recess, but we focus a lot on friendship and kindness, respect, and inclusivity. Our school is arts integrated, so we do a lot of art projects to extend their academic learning. At the end of every week, we do an art project that ties in with our literacy or math or science that we've been learning throughout the week. And science is super fun, lots of inquiry into living things, force and motion, and weather patterns. And that's about it.
So at Stafford, we value communication deeply. We see families as our partners in their child's learning journey. There are many ways that we'll stay in touch with families. One of those ways is phone calls. Sometimes the phone calls will come from the school district. Other times they'll come from the school. Updates on early release days, conferences, any information that's pertinent to families will come through phone calls, emails, and text messages as well. We also communicate through a monthly newsletter that will include things like our specialist schedule, days that we have PE and need to wear our PE shoes, any updates from teachers. We will send those out at the beginning of the month. We also are out with students at pickup time and drop-off time, so families can touch base with us. We love talking with families and really value that communication. We also have conferences scheduled for the fall and the springtime, and we do offer conferences in the morning or later in the evening to accommodate work schedules for families. And we communicate through take-home folders. So it's a folder that will come home each day with a student. It will have any updates, important documents, and the student's work for the day. We ask families to go through the folder and return it in their child's backpack the following day, and that becomes part of the student's daily routine, is being responsible for their folder.
So something that's fun about being the instructional coach here at Stafford is the fact that I get to work with all of our teachers on integrating arts into everything that we do, including all academic areas. So we are an arts integrated school, which means we use the arts to add significant value to your students' education by integrating it into ELA, so reading and writing, math, science, and social studies. We believe that the arts helps to create more equity within our classrooms through instruction and through assessment. So we allow students to show their learning in various ways artistically. Some of the examples of that are watercolor painting to go along with pieces of writing. We use a lot of dance and movement to go along with learning new vocabulary. And then something like using clay arts to represent a period of history. And so each month this year, we've been doing a different arts project school-wide, and then within each classroom, especially in kinder, there's a lot of arts integrated into the academics that they're doing.
So you are more than welcome to volunteer here at Stafford. We only require you to drop by the office to fill out a form. That'll take about 2 weeks to get processed, to clear a background check and everything. If you are vaccinated, you are more than welcome to move around the classroom freely. If you are unvaccinated, we do ask that you stay with your child in the classroom. But most importantly, just communicate with that teacher, and I'm sure you guys will be able to come up with a time that works for both parties. But yes, you are more than welcome to volunteer. We just ask that you stop by the office and complete those forms.
Something that Tacoma Public Schools is excited to continue to offer, we started this year, is our Beyond the Bell program, which is before and after school care for all students. And so this specific program offers all sorts of good stuff. It can be sports. Specifically here at Stafford, we have offered some specifically cool stuff tailored to our kids, like ukulele, and we are doing a Samoan dance program with the Asian Pacific Cultural Center, and our students will create an amazing performance that they'll share with us at our art night, and we're super excited for that. And so this program is free of charge to all families. It is a pay what you choose or a pay what you can for participation. Hours vary dependent on what you sign up for. There are 5 sessions throughout the year, and so if you need it at a certain point, don't need it at a certain point, you can flex it to your schedule and to your need. At this point, there are regional sites for Beyond the Bell, so our students take a bus they are dropped off at Fern Hill Elementary, which is just a mile down the road. They are bused to us in the morning and then bused back to Fern Hill in the afternoon. However, that could change dependent on need and dependent on what we are able to offer next year. We are so hopeful that we'll have something here at Stafford for our kiddos. So you can sign up through the family app, which we'll dive into that as soon as you enroll, but that will kind of be a hub for all sorts of different forms and communications for you through Tacoma Public Schools as your student progresses kindergarten and beyond.
So Kindergarten Jumpstart is a really fun program that we do. It's in towards the end of August, I think, and it's for 1 week, and I actually think it's 4 days, and they're half days. And so students are able to come and meet their teacher, spend time with their peers. They get to know the school. So where is lunch? What do we do in the lunchroom? And where's the bathroom? You know, those routines and expectations. So when they come to school for the first time, they're not scared about what's going to happen and who are they going to meet and what's their teacher going to be like. They've already got all that out of the way. And instead of being scared on their first day of school, they're actually really excited to come back because they've already been acclimated. And there are no other students in the building at the time. It is only kindergarten, so they get a chance to really get acclimated with without all the hustle and bustle of all the other kids here. So it's really fun. I enjoy it every year, and so do the kids.
So what now? What are your next steps going to be? Enrollment is open for next year. Choice enrollment is open. You can fill out a choice enrollment form at the Tacoma Public Schools home webpage, which is www.tacomaschools.org. If you have any additional questions about enrollment specifically, kind of the process from beginning to end, we have a very supportive enrollment services department at our central administrative building. You can reach them at 253-571-1000 and ask for enrollment. If you have any questions more about Stafford specifically, we would be more than happy to answer that. Our office phone number is listed below, 253-571-4300. Thank you so much for spending this time with us as you kind of shop for schools and decide what the best fit would be for your student. We all love Stafford so much, and we hope that you are going to be interested in joining our family, and best of luck to you as you make the best choice fit for your family, and here's to a very successful 2022-2023 school year.